Well, Buns, it happened again. I hate to have to be that person, but it looks like, once again, I'm going to have to play the role of 2016 Storytime YouTuber. Because once again, misfortune had fallen upon me. And this freaking time, this time, it was my fault. This time it was all of my own doing. Choking on my tea. It was all of my own doing this time. But hello, everybody. Happy post-Bunny Day. I hope everybody who had celebrated Easter over the weekend had a very, very nice holiday, ate lots of chocolate, has some half-price chocolate right now, maybe got to hunt for a few rotten eggs, paint them, eat some ham? What do you guys eat on Easter? Ham? What do you eat? Is ham what you eat on Easter? I thought ham was what you eat on Christmas. Well, whatever you did on Easter, if you celebrated, I hope that it was wonderful. Last week was definitely one of those when it rains it pours weeks. But hello, everybody. It is me, her queenship, Lilith, the Spectral Lot Bunny. Hello, coming at you all today with another story time. We haven't had one in a couple of weeks. Things have been quiet. Things have been peaceful, and things have been boring. Which, honestly, I prefer. But, yeah, I'll tell you guys the story in just a minute. But hello, it's so good to see you all. Hello, everybody. Hello, Doc. Hello, Broken Weeble. Hello, Jacob. Hello, Roro. Hello, all my lurkers. Hello, all. I am back. On the, second day after Easter. First day after Easter? Second day after Easter Sunday. She has risen once again, along with her PC. On the third day, Lilith's PC rose again. Yeah. So in this story, you guys are going to start out being very stressed and probably a little mad at me for the decisions that I had made. But then at the end, I think I might be able to turn it around and win you all over again. And then you'll all be proud of me. And it'll all cancel out. And nobody will be mad at the end. I know there's probably a lot of people who are definitely going to tear their hair out hearing this story. I'm going into this well aware that I made mistakes. But it's okay, because I fixed them all at the end, and we have returned, and I managed to get everything fixed before Tuesday stream day. Somehow the PC bugs have returned. I was so upset. I was just like, how did this happen? I haven't even had this PC for like 2 fucking months. The best time to buy chocolate eggs right now. True, yeah. Get your Kinder eggs, get your chocolate eggs, get all the Easter chocolate bunnies. Get all the best chocolate that you can right now at the convenience store for like $1 each. And you'll be stocked for a little while. Okay, it is ham that you have on Easter? I thought so. I know it was some sort of deli meat that you have, but not like sliced up like a deli meat. It's whole, you know? Like a honey-baked ham. Lily dodged every bunny trap I had set up on Saturday night. Listen, my life is a fucking saw trap. My life is a saw trap, so if you try to set up an actual real-life saw trap for me, I'll know what to do. It's like I always say, I can survive CIA torture because of my migraines. Every freaking day is a... You know that goddamn picture of SpongeBob in Silent Hill? That's my life every single day. And I am surprisingly nimble, it's true. That's actually true. Did Lilith download suspicious pictures of Raphael? No, it wasn't due to a virus. Thankfully. It wasn't due to a hot merman singles in your area induced virus, thankfully. This was all just due to a few poor hardware decisions that I made, actually. They only got Kinder Joyless. Boo. How do you guys feel about Kinder Eggs, by the way? I know you either love them or you hate them. Me? Me, I love a Kinder Egg when it's got caramel in it. I prefer that over the cream egg. Bunby, we love you, but you are the personification of no thoughts, head empty, teehee. Honestly, you think that's true? I really just play that on TV. And it's also because I only tell you guys the really airheaded stories of mine. I do actually have a brain in here. And I know how to use it. But every now and then, I don't know. It's like, I'm not well versed with PCs. I didn't go to school for PCs. I went to school to learn how to write movies. But hey, that's why I also said in the end, I'm gonna win you guys all back because I figured it out. And would a no thoughts, head empty person be able to fix their computer all by themselves without needing to call anybody to come over and fix it for them and pay millions of dollars? I don't think so. I fixed it all by my damn self. And you're gonna be proud of me, I swear. Big brain bun. See, exactly. I am a big brain bun. Last week I was a little bit no thoughts, head empty, but it's just because life be lifin', and the no thoughts, head empty is usually due to depression, to be honest. Also, Perpetual Panda, thank you so much for the tier 1 resub at 39 months. Thank you. Thank you so much for your support. Whee! I mean, I had shawarma for Easter dinner. Ooh, that actually sounds better than ham in my opinion. I'm not really a big ham fan. I really only like ham when it's like prosciutto, because then they make it nice and salty. I don't really love just like any regular old ham. But shawarma sounds really good. That sounds better for Easter dinner. Shawarma or like halal sounds really good for an Easter dinner, or just any dinner. Kebab. The quality of toys in the Kinder Surprise eggs took a nosedive at some point. Well, you see, we don't get those. Wait, do you get those? I thought in America you couldn't have candy with toys in them because, like, they're afraid of, like, kids choking. Lilith's brain is constantly overclocked. To be honest, yeah, actually. That's probably why I come across as head empty. It's because my brain is constantly overclocked with work and anxiety and fears of the future and the state of the world and many other things. But anyway, here's the story. Okay, so yes, I will preface this. Maybe I was being a little no thoughts, head empty, but I'm gonna preface this as on my old computer, on my old PC, I would always do this thing where I had to constantly delete files off of the computer because it did not have a lot of storage space on it. My current PC, this one, is a big beefy boy. It's got a whole terabyte, so that's not really something I have to worry about anymore, but it's just, you know, there's this muscle memory in my head. Where I constantly feel like I have to delete files off of my computer when they are no longer being used. And when I mean files, I mean like files from work. Like I constantly need to download these big audio, like Ableton files for work on my computer that are usually like 1 or 2 gigs, and they always took up a lot of storage space on my old computer. So when they would be back uploaded to Teams and I wouldn't need to use them or look at them anymore, I would delete them so I could make more room for more things on my computer. That was why I needed an external hard drive on my old PC. It was because I couldn't fit any goddamn games on the actual computer, so I'd put all the games on the hard drive. This is why I said compliment at the end. I know. Or I'm just joking around here. Big hearts. Hearts all around. I'm making a little heart sign with my sleeves right now. You can't see it, but you're gonna have to trust me. But but yes, I would constantly have to delete the files. And so I just still had that muscle memory in my head, and and even though I don't really need to do that anymore, I do it anyway, just because, I don't know, muscle memory, and also I don't want too much bloat on my computer. So I still, I'm not looking at these large work files anymore, I delete my recycling bin. And it's like, you know how on your PC, you go to storage settings, you go to the option that's like delete larger or unused files, and you click on that, and then there's the little thing that says you can either delete your downloads folder or you can delete your recycling bin. And I always would click on recycling bin and be very careful not to click on downloads. Very careful. I'd always been very careful. I'd always click on recycling bin and delete those. And so the other day, this was Thursday, I was just going about it, business as usual. Also, welcome Udarabite. Welcome. Glorp, 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 glorp. Glub, 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 glub. Raphael says glub, 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 glub. Anyway, business was as usual, and I had some work I had to do. And so I was deleting a bunch of files on my computer that weren't in use anymore. I wanted to make some room, and so I can make room for these new files. And then I go to storage settings, and this was where my empty brain came in. But it was because usually the recycling bin has a smaller amount of storage in there than the downloads folder. So one is usually above the other, but they were all out of order this time, and I wasn't paying attention, and I accidentally deleted my downloads folder rather than my recycling bin. Oh shit! I did not delete System 32. But yeah, that was a no shit. I was like, fuck! That's bad. That had everything on there. That had all the work I was currently working on. That had all of my VTuber shit on there. That had all my games. That had everything. But I tried not to panic. And I went on Google. And I was like, how do I recover my downloads folder? Because that's not recycling again. Yes, goodbye to my downloads and goodbye to my saucy Raphael photos. Goodbye everything. Yeah, actually, goodbye Mumu Player, where I play lads on PC. Actually, goodbye to my Raphael photos. But yeah, everything was gone. I tried not to panic, and I looked up a way to try and recover the files, and I saw there's this service called Rekuva. Reputable, safe, easy to use. I download it, and I'm installing it, and then while they're looking for all the files to re-download, they tell me it's going to take 20 days to scan through everything and recover. I don't have 20 days! I need this shit now! And this was where the real stupid moment comes in. This is where you're all gonna be grabbing at your heads and groaning and shaking and writing, Lilith! I know it's coming! I'm well prepared. I put on my hazmat suit, getting ready for the tomatoes. At this point I was panicking a little bit. And when I panic, sometimes my mind gets a little muddled. And so I was scrolling around, looking through things to do, and I noticed there's this thing called System Restore. What I thought a System Restore was that you can click on a certain date for your system, and it would go back to it would restore all the settings back to that specific date. That's what I thought was going to, including downloads and everything. Yeah, I know. I really should have looked it up first, but I'm panicked at this point. And I click on that. And, well, something went wrong there. Something went a little amiss at that point. Welcome, XGRA. Welcome. Yes, a valuable lesson was learned. Yes, 20 days, people! It said it was gonna take 20 fucking days. I don't even like to leave my computer on overnight. Something went wrong. And when I tried to restart my computer, it just kept restarting over and over again, and it kept saying, critical process died. And when I saw the word died, oh, the soul just about left my body. I saw the Lord in that moment. Jesus had risen. Yet this was the point where something went very, very wrong. Did the restore get interrupted or something? I don't know what happened. It must have. Something went wrong in the middle of that. And then it kept doing that. And it would just kept restarting over and over. And I was freaking out.
And then I'm like, well, I'll try not to panic. I'll go to my BIOS menu and I'll see what I can do there. Maybe it'll just, maybe there'll be an automatic repair like it usually does when something goes wrong on my computer. And I go to the BIOS menu and I'm trying everything. I'm trying to do a system restore. I'm trying literally every option that they're giving me. I'm typing in everything in the command prompt. I went into the Discord server and asked you guys. I took all of the advice that you guys gave me and nothing was working. Absolutely nothing. I was at my wit's end and I'm like, no, I cannot lose this PC. I cannot lose this goddamn PC. It was at this moment she realized she fucked up. And so, but thankfully, you know, I still have a laptop. I have a phone. I have other ways I can access the internet. And I when I calm down a little bit, I hop onto Google and I'm like, what the fuck do I go to Reddit. I go to Reddit where the people have the answers and I'm like, what do I do? And I'm told that if all else fails, all else that you've tried fails, you're going to have to do a clean reinstall of Windows. And basically just, you know, clean slate, redo everything. And I'm like, fuck. I didn't have anything on a hard drive. And so I was like, well, how do I clean reinstall then? And I went online and I bought a bootable USB drive that had Windows 11 on it. And it got to me pretty quickly. And then I was able to restore it with the bootable drive. And everything seemed fine. This story isn't over yet, though. I thought I had solved that one problem. And then as I'm trying to restart everything, when it wants me to, you know, do the whole reinstall of all the Windows stuff, it wants me to do an Ethernet option. For some reason, it's not showing me like internet or Wi-Fi, and it's like hook up your Ethernet, and I'm like, all right, I have those, and I hook up my Ethernet, and everything seems normal, and I start like, you know, re-downloading all my stuff, but it's a little bit slow, and I'm like, all right, time to get on Wi-Fi. There was no Wi-Fi. And I don't just mean like they didn't show me, you know, the name of my Wi-Fi or anything. There was no option to pick Wi-Fi. I could literally only do Ethernet. And it's just, when one fucking thing ends, another thing begins, and I'm like, I'm one rabbit. Isn't technology supposed to make our life easier? And I try, and so I look up what to do on my laptop again, and I'm told I need to reinstall a Wi-Fi driver, whatever the fuck that is. And I'm trying to find the Wi-Fi driver on the Asus website, and it's like, to find your specific Wi-Fi driver, you need to put in the name of your model, and when I look up the name of the model, all it says is system model name or some bullshit like that. I'm like, what the hell is that? When you did a clean reinstall, my first thought was, what did you do? I don't know! I don't know. I don't know. It was my 1 minute. I just wanted to get my downloads folder back. I didn't know what to do. And that's what I did after. So, so then I ended up buying another thing. I bought another USB that has Wi-Fi in it that you can apparently just plug into your computer and it gives you Wi-Fi. It has Windows, Mac, and Linux support, apparently. And I bought that, and I'm like, I guess in the meanwhile, I'll just use Ethernet. But that made me realize I think something is actually wrong with my Ethernet. Because you know how when I got this new PC, anytime I would try to stream on Ethernet, it would be, you guys would see PowerPoint, Lilith? I think there's actually legit something wrong with them. Because every download with Ethernet was painfully slow. And then when I tried to download work files, it would always just cancel in the middle. It wouldn't even freaking download them. So I'm like, I need Wi-Fi. I have no choice. So I ordered this part. And then I don't even know how I managed to figure it out, though. But I don't even remember what the software was called. But I found some other software that managed to tell me how I can find out what my specific Wi-Fi driver was. And then I finally found the right one, and then I had internet again. And there was no point in buying the part. But this is all to say, everything is back. My computer is back to normal. My internet's back to normal. I had to spend all of today redoing everything in VTube Studio, resetting up all of my redeems once again. So if anything is scuffy at all with my redeems today, I apologize. I kind of had to do everything pretty quickly. But we're back. Everything's fine. And I hope I made you guys proud by being able to fix everything all by myself. Yee! Huh. It was so stressful, though. And that wasn't even the only thing that went wrong, too. It's like I was dealing with the stress of the computer all day, trying to figure out how to fix it, and I still had things I had to do that evening. And so when I went out that evening, and I was like, well, you know what? I'm just gonna get on the train, and I'm gonna put on my music and try to drown out the world for a little bit during this commute. And then my wireless earbuds died and broke. And then the next day, thank you for the soup and the head pat. Also, welcome, Lumi. Welcome, welcome. The next day, my straightener broke. Everything broke all at once. And I'm like, why does this happen to me? I don't know. I'm not somebody who believes in certain woo-woo things like fate or soulmates. But there is one thing I do believe in, and that's luck. And I believe that there are some people that are born with really, really wonderful luck. And I believe there are some people who are born with the shittiest luck imaginable. And unfortunately, I just so happen to be one of the latter. I don't know who the fuck I cursed when I was born, but I was born with just some sort of terrible luck curse. And just these things happen all the time, and I don't know who I pissed off. What I desecrated. I don't know if I ever did I accidentally pee on an ancient burial ground or something? I'm sorry. If I did, I don't remember. I don't remember a lot of things. But thank you for the sympathy soup. And the sympathy head pats and the sympathy eos. Your Ethernet cable may have been peppered. Most likely, 90% chance that is what happened. I'm gonna have to get new. I mean, I have to get new ones anyway. But at least now I know that like something is like actually wrong with those Ethernets. But maybe it's a good thing I have this Wi-Fi thing anyway. So maybe if like my streams are ever being really spotty on Wi-Fi, I can try this thing out and see if it works. It got good reviews online, so yeah. But yeah, that was really stressful. That was truly a very, very stressful few days. I've been starting to grow gray hairs on my head, and I think I just grew like 20 more overnight. All because I just wanted to get my damn downloads folder back. It would have just been quicker to re-download everything that I had lost. It wasn't even like I lost too many things now that I'm thinking about it. It was more just like some installers, you know? But no, there was I guess some work stuff that I had lost, and all my VTubing shit too. But always back up everything on a hard drive, and make sure you learn computer stuff from a young age. And welcome, Craig's Critique. Welcome. Bad woo-woo for hoo-hoo for you say. Lilith borking snoozes. Everything I touch, I bork. I tried to make it better. That's one of the most frustrating things in the world, is when something fucks up, and you try your damn hardest to make it better, and then you just make it worse. But now I know I'm never picking System Restore again. Because after I looked it up, I saw a lot of people on the internet were like, never do a System Restore unless that is like a very last resort. Just don't. So yeah, this is all to say, I need to go to the convenience store after this and buy myself some half-price Easter chocolate. Because my inside, I was texting Jacob, and I was just like, my pants are full of hot lava right now. My butt may be clenched, but my pants are full of hot lava. Kinder eggs are great, but I had something today called a Kinder Joy, which had the toy in a different compartment, and it's like a Kinder Dunkaroo, but worse in every imaginable way. I haven't even heard of half of these Kinder candies. I mostly hear the Kinder Egg, and there's a couple other Kinder chocolates. I don't think I've ever heard of the Kinder Joy. I've had Dunkaroos before, but never a Kinder Dunkaroo. Are they the original creator of the Dunkaroo? I used to only be able to find them in one Polish grocery store back home. Kinders? Really? They're so easy to find now. It's called a ram stick, so she rammed that stick in with all her might. I didn't end up touching the ram at all. That was the one piece of advice that I didn't do. Like I saw in the Discord, I was told to mess around with the ram sticks a little bit, but I'm too scared to touch any of that. Unless I'm cleaning my PC, I'm too scared to open this thing up and touch anything in there. So I didn't touch the RAM, but thankfully, I didn't need to. Sometimes the Wi-Fi driver on my laptop just deletes itself until I restart it. I didn't even know that you need a driver for Wi-Fi. I didn't even know that was a thing. I thought the computer just comes with the Wi-Fi. Isn't it supposed to? Mr. Rendigo, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to Bunny Colt. Welcome. I promise I'm not always this dumb with computers. Only a little bit. There's a great program called WizTree that lets you visualize all of your storage so that you can see where your biggest files and bloat are in the future so you don't delete your downloads folder again. I am gonna write that down and use that. I just want to delete my recyclables. I mean, I know I really don't even have to do this again because the terabyte of storage, I have so much storage on here. But, I just like to do it anyway. I don't know. I'm not a very neat and organized person, but when it comes to my computer, I kind of like to be a little more neat and organized just so it's easy for me to find things and I just don't have 8 million different files on here that, like, I don't touch for years. You know, things that I just don't need. I would bring up the Ethernet problem with your ISP. There might be something wrong with the cables before it gets to your room. Oh, okay. It could be that. That's true. I've had these Ethernet cables for a really, really long time. I've had them for like 6 years now, so it probably is time to get some new ones. They might just be a little used up. I don't always have them plugged in too. I tend to only plug them in for stream, just because I don't like having a bunch of wires in my room. Because in my apartment, the router and the modem are in my room. Like, they're not in the living room, they're in my room. So there's already, with that and my computer, there's already just so many wires in here. And I don't want Pepper to have a bunch of wires to chew on, and I don't want to trip on a bunch of wires. It looks like Serial Experiments Lane in here. Smelly, stinky. The story of how one little bunny's entire life collapsed. That's really what it felt like. I mean, look, literally everything is on my computer. My life is on my computer. My computer is how I make the money. My computer is how I connect with you guys. If something went wrong with this thing, I'm like, what do I do with myself? And this thing is new. It's new and shiny still. And when I turn it on, I like looking at the pretty lights that change colors. Lilith is about to start believing in curses. Actually, though, I'm gonna have to start carrying, like, talismans around with me. I'm genuinely nervous that I pissed off a witch. Because it's all the time. I mean, that's probably just life. Life is just things happening, really, is the reality of it. But it honestly feels like just these crazy things are always happening to me. And sometimes they're my fault, and sometimes they're not. This one was my fault, and I managed to figure it out. But who's to say the next one, the next computer problem will be somebody else's fault? And then what do? I need. Maybe I should become a bubble bunny. I should just become a bubble bunny, because if I leave the bubble, then things are gonna go wrong. Something's gonna break. Someone's gonna get hurt. Just something bad's gonna happen if I leave the bubble. I'm gonna be a bubble bunny from now on. I'm just gonna run around in a little hamster ball. I'll still go outside, but I'll just be in a hamster ball. Because if I touch anything outside of the hamster ball, it's just bad things. I've never been a superstitious person before, but I don't know, I'm scared. I'm scared now. Always scared of things happening. What eldritch being did you offend? What eldritch beings are out there that like to constantly play tricks and make their victims' lives miserable? Who's a mischief maker? Is it Pazuzu? Beelzebub? Which one? Which one would be most likely behind all of this? Who hates rabbits the most? I can finally talk. What the heck? Hello, the chat box would not open. Oh, well, I'm glad it's working now. Welcome on in. Happy to see you talk. The USB Wi-Fi adapters do tend to run slower than dedicated Wi-Fi cards. Oh, okay, good to know. Good to know. I mean, I haven't even really opened this thing up because I managed to figure out the Wi-Fi issue before it even arrived. But I'll just have it as a backup. But if it's slow, then I guess I'll have to figure out some other way to get internet if something ever goes wrong again. I didn't even know that these types of things existed. Like adapters or like Wi-Fi cards like existed. I don't know. I just thought computer has Wi-Fi in it. The Wi-Fi is it's inside the computer. It's in the box. Right? That's how it works, right? It's true, she did tell me of her pants that were full of hot lava. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they were hot. They were hot and they were angry. They were sweating, they were swampy. Oh man, I don't like technology. I don't like technology. I don't like it anymore. I used to be such a defender. Now I'm just like, all it does is stress me out. Might want a driver updater. You need driver updaters? Why do you need so many things? Isn't the computer just supposed to work on its own? Freshman Jujutsu Sorceress Lilith. Should I learn magic so I can now counteract the witch that's always trying to curse me? What do I do about this? Who do I go to see to remove this curse? Do I have to hire somebody on Etsy? Is there somebody on Etsy that can remove curses? There's Etsy witches out there, so there's gotta be one that can remove a curse too. Surely. I've been reading so many Chinese cultivation stories that I've been learning all about removing curses. So I bet somebody can remove mine too. As an agoraphobic person, wouldn't recommend it. I mean, I am now finally just starting to like actually go outside a little bit more. So maybe I shouldn't ruin my progress there. But I don't know, I'm so paranoid. And I'm trying to be like extra careful about everything now. Saying you'll be a bubble bunny implies you'll leave your apartment. Yeah, I guess I technically already am a bubble bunny, but I'm trying to leave my apartment more. So maybe being a bubble bunny wouldn't be good for that. But the problem is the issue that happened inside of my bubble. And so if problems happen inside the bubble, surely they'll happen outside too. And well, I mean, some other ones did happen outside, but I don't want to talk about those. Elmer Fudd hunting. Yeah, Elmer Fudd is who I pissed off. Elmer Fudd's hunting me down. All of these tricks and traps are just a way to weaken me. He's trying to weaken my spirit. Elmer Fudd is trying to weaken my spirit and my psyche so that I'll be vulnerable and defenseless when he comes to hunt me down. The other day, I was at the supermarket, and the person who rang up all my stuff just randomly, like, they're being very nice, but then they randomly at the end, after they told me to have a good day, they paused, and then they kind of looked at me strangely, and they went, "Stay safe out there." And I was like, "Thank you." And then when I left, I was like, "Stay safe from what? The killer?" It felt foreboding. So I think somebody really is after me. Elmer Fudd's the killer. I'm calling it. Bunny stew is delicious. Did you know you could step on the ears and pull the leg and that completely cleans out the rabbit? I don't know if I wanted to know that. Why must we talk about violently killing a rabbit on a rabbit stream? Please, only nice words about bunnies. Bun downloaded Haster OS. What even is that? I'm not downloading anything else ever again. I lost all my progress in Dramatical Murder. I had a whole ending done, and now I have to do it all over again. And I had to re-download the 18 plus patch too. There was no cloud storage option on that one. Drivers are the computer software that tell the hardware bits what to do. Oh, okay. There were a couple of drivers that I actually had to download too. It wasn't just a Wi-Fi driver. It was a WLAN driver that I had to download too, which I think helps power the Wi-Fi driver. Because at first I was confused, because I was trying to find my correct Wi-Fi driver, but then when I would install the Wi-Fi driver, I still wouldn't get the Wi-Fi option. So I think I needed the WLAN driver in order to get the Wi-Fi driver to work. I thought you only drive cars. I don't even know how to do that, though. I'm not good when it comes to the word drive. Satoru Gojo looks at Lilith and shudders at the cursed spirits hovering around her. I don't know. I'd be so nervous to go to one of those spirit mediums, because they're gonna look at me and they'll immediately be like, "You have a dark energy. Get out." No, that's not true. I would walk in, they'd be like, "You have a dark energy, but I can remove it if you buy these crystals that cost $8,000 that I definitely did not buy off of AliExpress." Do you think that's why my back hurts all the time? Do you think my back hurts all the time because of the curse? Mom found the Yowie drivers. Yeah, I lost all my... Thankfully none of my Yowie was on the computer. All of my Yowie... Well... That's a lie. I did just say I lost all of my Dramatical Murder progress. So yes, some of the Yowie was on the computer and I lost it. The Yowie drivers, they're gone. The Yowie drivers are missing. Thank you for the posture check. Maybe that'll fix my back. Yeah, I gotta reinstall the Yowie drivers so I can get my progress back, but I don't know where to find those. That might be a lost cause by now. This was punishment for me being a gooner, I think. stay safe is the most ominous thing you can say to a stranger. I know, it's like, it's something that is supposed to sound nice and considerate. It's like, I mean, because this person, I don't think they were meaning to be ominous. I think they seemed friendly when they said it, but it was just like the pause between have a good day and stay safe that made me be like, what do you mean? A few years ago, I would have understood that, because do you guys remember a few years ago when I gave myself a black eye? Remember a few years ago when I gave myself a black eye? Whenever I would go to a store, before leaving the store, the people would always tell me to stay safe. And at first I was confused, and then I realized, I was like, oh, those people definitely thought that I got mugged or something. But no, that was all of my own doing. But this time, I don't think there was anything on my face. I think besides the stress, maybe. But I was wearing a mask. I was wearing a mask at the store because I was so stressed. Do you guys ever have one of those days that's just so, like, rough and so tiring that, like, you just feel so haggard that when you go outside, you don't even want anybody to look at you? I didn't want anybody looking at me, so I put on a mask. And so I don't know if that was why the person told me to stay safe, but yeah, it's usually Harbinger speak in a horror movie. It was so do you guys think that the person who rang me up in the supermarket saw the curse emanating off of me? Do you think that maybe next time I go to the supermarket, if they ring me up, I'll be like, hey, do you know how to remove curses? WALN would be wireless. Oh, so like wireless LAN driver. Okay. Oh, okay. So yeah, so that would be for Wi-Fi then. I see. I screamed when I got my Wi-Fi back. It wasn't there 1 minute and then it was there the next after clicking a couple of buttons. I felt like such a computer genius after feeling like a computer noob. Back hurts because of those honker-donkers. Yeah. I always forget about these damn things. I always forget the one downside of these honker-trunkers is that they give you back problems. And I am shrimping quite a bit. I do tend to shrimp a lot when I work. But yeah, those are my misfortunes from last week. How are your weeks, everybody? You guys all doing okay? Did you guys have much less stressful times than I did? Everybody who got to eat shawarma and cheap chocolate and, ham. I'm trying to think if anything good happened. I was mostly just thinking about my stresses. Thankfully, like, even though I was very stressed about all of my fallen domino misfortunes from last week, these were all, I did manage to, like, pick myself back up and remind myself that, like, pretty much almost, not all, but almost all of the problems that I had are things that can be easily fixed. Like, I got a new pair of wireless earphones. I just ordered a new straightener. The computer is fixed. Like, it's okay. There's no reason for me to act like the world is ending. But I don't know. Sometimes just like when one thing goes wrong and it leads to a bunch of other things going wrong, it just has a way of making you, like, come very close to falling into despair. But I'm happy that I'm, like, somewhat out of that now. Yeah, stay safe from yourself. Honestly, the biggest danger to me is me. After all these story times that I tell you guys, there's nobody that's more of a danger to me than me. Wireless local area network, if I recall correctly. Oh, so wait, that's why they're called LAN parties then, right? They're called LAN parties because they're local and everybody gathers all in one area and plays games in a room together rather than over Wi-Fi. Okay, that makes a lot of sense then. Okay, because I knew what a LAN party was, but I guess I never felt compelled to look up what LAN meant because computers were never like my, my area of fascination. I guess they should be now. I really need to, like, actually study up more on computers. I don't know. I took a couple of computer science courses in college, but I can't do the math parts. But at least to understand the tech a little better so I can prevent myself from having issues. I don't know. Well, I'm just happy that I'm a self-sufficient person. I'm happy that if I have a problem, I have at least the smarts in my brain to, like, look up solutions and figure it out rather than just freaking out and spending $1 million to, like, get some rando to come over and fix it. Because the last fucking thing that I wanted was to have to carry this thing to, like, a Geek Squad or, like, a tech store and have them fix it. Because this is so big and heavy. And I wasn't just gonna invite somebody over. What are you, nuts? A stranger in my room? They could come in, but I'd have to kill them after. Because they would see too much. Nobody is allowed in me and Raphael's private domicile. From computer weenus to computer genius. That's actually how I felt. That's really how I felt. I think maybe I felt almost guilty when the computer was going through the critical process error or whatever. Because I was like, oh, damn, like this, this wouldn't have happened if I had just maybe been a little more patient and try to figure out another way that I could get my files back. But no, I just had to, like, be all impulsive and do something stupid. So that compelled me to want to fix it and, like, make up for what I had done. My ego has been broken these past few weeks. Ever since oh yeah! And here's another thing that happened. The other fucking night, I got an email at like 3 a.m. and the scammers tried to get me again. They really tried it with me again. They sent me the exact same email that they had initially sent me out a few weeks before. They only changed the name of the author. Immediate block and report. Oh man, that was like the cherry on top. It was like they were watching and listening to me. I could not believe. But they're not gonna get me this time. I'm not even gonna dignify them with a response. No autographs. No photos, no autographs. You're gonna have to actually pay me and buy something if you want one of those. They saw your shadowy aura with my Chinibio eye. Actually, though, I hope I don't have a dark aura behind me. I just want peace. I just want peace. There's been so many years. I've lived through so many years of bad luck and stress that I don't know. My dreams have gotten a little bit smaller over the years, and now really all I want is some peace of mind. Yes, LAN is pretty much everybody connecting via Ethernet. Okay, well, that definitely reminds me to get some better Ethernet. So hopefully I can prevent any future stream scuff issues if I want to be using that again. I'm still being kind of risky in using Wi-Fi for now, but it's really just because my Ethernets are so, like, scuffied. Scammers are opportunistic vultures. They really are. I can't believe that they really tried to get me again. It's like, why did they think that that would work a second time? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But I'm gonna, you know what's gonna help me feel better? And you know what I think is gonna help everybody feel a little bit better? I think we're all gonna feel a little bit better if I play some Leaf Green. What do you say? Nothing makes me feel better like a little bit of Pokemon. So we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna yap a little bit more. And we're just gonna have a nice little relaxing time the rest of stream. What do you say? What do you say? Oh, I'm so tired of things happening. Sorry that I'm always complaining and things on stream. I know I always say that I don't want this to be like, you know, only event space or anything, but I just like, with things always happening, I need people to tell, you know? I need somebody to tell. And we're still gonna ignore that update. We'll get to that eventually. I needs me a Switch too. Picked out the scammers are targeting you specifically. Most likely you're just on a list and they're just checking probably daily or whatever. Heck, why autocorrect? Autocorrect strikes again. Yeah, no, I'm probably just on a list of like voice actors in their register, and then they probably forgot that they already tried it with me. There's probably like a million people working at that, working in their little scammer HQ, their little scammer center, cooking up all their little scams. I bet it smells so bad in there. I bet it smells like scams. Oh, I forgot that this game did this little previously on. This is so cute. I love that they do this. I won't be scammed again. They won't get me again. But it's like my mom likes to tell me, I am a resilient lady. If I'm one thing in this world, I am very, very resilient. Chawarp. I forgot that our rival's name is Chawarp. I'm a resilient lady. It's gonna take a lot more than this to knock me down for good. I can handle a little stress, and I am okay now. Vent it all out. It's better than developing a stress-induced tumor. Exactly. Yeah, no, it's much better that I'm trying to be a little more open these days. I would never exactly call myself the most open person in the world, but now I'm trying to be a little more of an open person and let people know how I'm feeling and not just box it all inside, because that really doesn't do you any good. If something's upsetting you, you know, you talk about it. You don't dwell in it and stew in it and have it take over your life, but you know, you talk about it. All games need this short recap. I agree, it's nice. And it lets me know what happened last time in case I forget, because me forgetful. It probably smells like Axe body spray and farts. Exactly. Ugh. Ugh. And the fact that I actually can smell that, that's such a vivid, nasty smell. Axe body spray, farts, and not having any shame. Not having any shame or remorse at all for your actions. Okay, I think we need to go in the museum. We didn't do that last time. But yeah, we beat Brock last time. We beat Brock, and we beat our rival a couple of times too. We have a few little guys on our team. We're doing a vanilla run of this right now. But we do have a couple of other little rules that we set up in place. Like, you guys are helping me name the Pokemon, of course. But also, we want to make it so I think every Pokemon on the team is a different color. Like a different specific color. We want all different colors. We want like a rainbow team of Pokemon. And we also want to work with Pokemon that we don't often work with. So I don't usually start with Squirtle in these games, but you guys convinced me. Y'all convinced me. And I also don't usually have a Beedrill. But yeah, we got Dr. B. We got Spoot. And we got Beef Stew. I'm not sure if we're going to keep Beef Stew on our team, because I have used Pikachu a few times in previous playthroughs, but we'll see. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. It was requested that I catch a Pikachu last time at the very least, so I wanted to do what the people wanted. Who are you calling a child? I could probably use the last time you played on certain Pokemons. Yeah, actually, in the newer games, I could definitely use that. It's like sometimes life gets busy, you know? Life gets busy, and then you put down a game for a little bit, and then when you want to pick it back up, you're like, wait, what happened last time? And then a recap is nice. I don't know, it also just makes it feel more like an anime too, which I like. It reminds me of when I was a kid watching Pokemon. It was like, last week, our heroes encountered this. Well, you can't have mine. I'm tired of things happening is exactly why I have a week off work. I don't usually take a holiday week this early in the year, but things have been stressful. Bunny time helps, though. Oh, I'm glad that I'm able to help. I'm sorry things have been so stressful, though. I'm glad that you're taking a break. I'm really glad that you're doing that for yourself, and you're looking out for you're looking out for your mental. Yeah, that's a very, very healthy thing to do. Oh yeah, we're going to Mount Moon soon, and we're gonna meet Team Rocket. I'm excited. But yeah, it's very important. I remember, I wish I was back in therapy right now. But when I was taking therapy, one important, like, tool that I learned was the STOP method. Where it's like, in STOP, I think it stands for, like, the S stands for, obviously, stop. The T stands for, like, take a step back. The O is observe, and the P is proceed. And so it's important when you have, like, those moments where your mind is really overwhelmed to be able to just, like, say, stop, take a step back, and be able to observe how you feel. Take a break, look out for yourself, and then come back to life when you're ready, you know, proceed. So I'm proud of you. I'm proud that you're doing that. And I'm glad that my stream is able to help you relax a little bit. She gets knocked down, but she get up again. Never gonna keep her down. Thank you, Chumbawamba. I get knocked down, but I get up again. When in doubt, always remember Chumbawamba. Always remember Tub Thumper by Chumbawamba. You won't regret it. Also, it's been so long since I played this game. Where in the world do I get the running shoes again? I feel like I'm supposed to get them at some point. I haven't gotten them yet. Oh, so in exciting news, Lumi and I are paying out the ear for it, but we're going to the Pokemon Fossil exhibit in Chicago. Wait, that's amazing. I'm so jealous. That's gonna be so much fun. You have to take lots of pictures. Sorry, I didn't mean to sound so demanding there. Please take lots of pictures. That's gonna be amazing, though. I hope that you have the best time. So, is it kind of like the Animal Crossing aquarium exhibits that they do, where you can, where there's like stamps and photo ops and things? That sounds so cute. I hope they do something like that in New York eventually. That's cool that they're doing it in Chicago. I've never been to Chicago. I want to see it, though. Get it? You could get the hot dog there. I hear they have good hot dogs in Chicago. But yeah, and if you can't take pictures, then at least let us know through text. Oh, there are the running shoes. We have our answer. Just go a little bit to the right. But yeah, if you are not allowed to take pictures, then still have an amazing time and let us know through text how it is. I'm very jealous. I want to go. That's so cool. I didn't even know they were doing that. Here's a pair of running shoes, my beloved challenger. Remember, I'll always cheer for you. Don't ever give up, from Mom. Dang, Mom! Good, Mommy. Okay. Deadly Ghost, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to Bunny Cult. Welcome, welcome. Deadly Ghost! Are you the one who's cursed me? We were just talking about how I'm cursed by an evil spirit. Could it be you? But welcome to the Bunny Cult. Welcome, welcome. Hope you enjoy your stay. Dr. B. Okay. Damn, I should have had beef stew out for this because I'm trying to level up my other Pokemon. Because they're a little lower than Spoot at the moment. They're looking a little weak. And I don't want one guy to be beefy while the rest gets ignored. Oh, Pokemon Fossil exhibit. I wonder what kind of fossils you'll see. My brother was the reason Axe body spray got banned in my middle school. My brother, Mr. Brother is my father. I don't think Axe was banned when I was in school, but I do remember there were a lot of guys in my high school that liked to wear the Axe body spray, and it smelled so bad. It's ripe. Not a fan. Yeah, it was very ripe, and what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, there was one year during the holidays. We had some it was when my brother and I were kids. We had cousins where we were kind of at the age where we were starting to be like, you know, teen, preteen, and I guess our cousins were having a little more trouble figuring out what to get for us for the holidays. So they got my brother like a whole Axe like body spray and deodorant kit. And like we all laughed when we opened it, but he was like, I don't really know how to feel about this. And I don't really think he wore it much because he didn't like the smell. Do they still even make that? What spray do they make for the youths now? What terrible smelling repellent are they making for the youths nowadays? The youths. The children. The kiddos. Damn. I can't believe I'm starting to talk like this now. And welcome, Pookie the Penguin. Welcome, welcome. Your mom gives them to you on the second home visit. Well, it looks like the professor's aide gave them to us. I took too long to get back home to Mom. You could get a real pizza in Chicago. Oh yeah, you could get the deep dish too. I'm not as much of a fan of the deep dish, but I'm not gonna yuck the yum of people who do like the deep dish. I understand everybody's got their pizza preferences. You saw— no, you didn't. You didn't see me anywhere. I'm not real. I don't exist. I'm in the shadows. I have a dark aura. Don't follow me. What other Pokemon should we catch today, everybody? Should we get— I don't often have Clefairies on my team. Should I get a Clefairy? Is Clefable a good Pokemon to have? I've had Wigglytuffs on my team before. Wigglybuff? I've had Wigglies on my team before, but I've never had a Clefable. Clefable. Clef the Boy Chin Wonder. I feel like they're okay. They can learn Metronome. That's an alright move. Not a move you want to become reliant on, but it's an alright move. I'm a crow, nor a spirit, but I do deal with spirits. Well, can you tell the spirits to give me a break? Can you tell the spirits that I've had enough? Tell the spirits that I'm gonna be a very good bunny from now on. I promise I won't do anything naughty anymore. Is it because I've been reading all this yaoi lately? Is that why? Am I being told I'm sinning too much? It's just like that Miku song. I'm sinning and they're punishing me for it. Lilith, how do you do— hello, fellow kids. How do you do, fellow kids? That's really how I've been feeling lately. There's the new pose all the kids are making where it looks like they're swatting away something stinky. I'm just like, what does that mean? And they're coming up with new phrases every day, and I'm just like, do I even want to keep up with all the new trends anymore? Maybe I should just be okay with getting older. Maybe I should just be fine with it. Maybe I just shouldn't care. I've been on social media significantly less now. Skibbity 6-7 Sigma body spray. That's what they're absorbing nowadays. Absorbing. That's what the kids are absorbing into their ether nowadays. Nobody absorbs anything into their ether anymore, and that's the problem with society. You all need to get in touch with your ether. Your your third eyes, your inner chi. Your inner spoots. Your inner beef stews. We all just need to make a beef stew is really what we need to do. Oh yeah, by the way, next week Libra and I are planning next week more Pokemon, but Libra and I are planning to start our Soul Link next week. That's right. We've been talking about it for a little bit. And I think Libra's got some time now. So we want to plan to do our Soul Link next week. I'll be playing Fire Red. I'm doing Leaf Green for our fun little vanilla run that we're doing, just us. Just us buns. But, next week, Libra and I will be Soul Linking. So that's going to be really fun. I'll keep you guys updated on what day that's going to be. And, timing as well. I have to think about, Libra was like, who are you going to start with? And I'm like, well, I already started with Squirtle, so probably somebody different for the next one. But I don't know. I'm nervous. I've never done a Soul Link before, but I'm excited. I'll have to ask Libra if she's ever done one. In the school I work for, the kids are nearly allergic to deodorant. All of them? All of them are allergic to deodorant? Oh, as in, like, they just don't like to wear it. That's very much a kid thing. Either they wear really stinky deodorant or they don't wear it at all. Because they want to rebel. Me? I need to wear, fucking... I wear fucking Old Spice deodorant because it's stronger than like Secret or Dove or any of the quote-unquote women's deodorant. I'm just like I'm a stinky bun. I need something strong. So I use the blue Old Spice deodorant in the XL because it lasts a nice long time. But I also wear perfume too. Can't have you guys all calling me Stinky Bun all the time. Oh, what a surprise. The New Yorker doesn't care for the Chicago pizza. I just don't like it because when I tried it, personally, I didn't like it because I thought it had too many onions in it. I thought it was way too heavy of an oniony pie, and I don't like that many onions in my tomato sauce. But that was why I didn't like it. But I also gotta be loyal to my own pizza. But I can understand why people not from New York could prefer the other kind. Or even people from New York may be preferring the other kind. I like a Boston cream more than a Brooklyn cream, I'm ashamed to say. I really wanted to like the Brooklyn cream. I really did. I'd say let it go, but that's not to say you can't enjoy things like the younger folks like. We just gotta accept that it'll be natural for the youth to look at us weird for liking what they like sometimes, because, you know, youthful arrogance. Here's the thing that they don't know, is that it's gonna happen to them so much quicker than they think. They make fun of us for our age now, but they're gonna blink and they're gonna be our age. It comes at you really fast. That's what nobody tells you. Nobody tells you how fast it happens. One day you're the youth and then you blink and all of a sudden you're completely out of touch. It happens like overnight. It's very strange. But I'm trying not to really care about that. And also to just, I don't know, yeah, like not give a fuck and just like what I like. You know, I pay for my apartment. I pay my own bills. I have a job. I am a hardworking, semi-functional adult So I'm also allowed to enjoy Pokemon. And collecting plushies. Even if I don't know what... Even if originally I thought glazing just meant the thing you put on a donut. And now I know better. I just like pizza. Pizza. NY pizza is yum. Chicago is yum. Detroit is yum. Neapolitan is the best. Neapolitan pizza is good. What's Detroit pizza again? That's when the sauce is on top, right? Or is that the grandma slice? I don't remember. What's the one where the sauce is on top of the cheese? Because that's also pretty good. Yeah, pizza's pizza at the end of the day. Pizza's pizza. Oop, wrong Pokemon. Well, everybody will get... I wish I had an EXP share, but I don't get that until much later on in the game. I do remember that. I remember that because I was over at Jen's last night watching her play this exact game. I got one of those Old Spices on my end table right now. Also, what the hell is the Brooklyn cream? The Brooklyn cream, it's like a Boston cream, but instead of custard in the middle, it's a vanilla cream. And I thought it was gonna be like a light whipped kind of vanilla cream, but it was like, I don't know if it was because when I bought the booklet. Okay, so context of when I bought the Brooklyn cream donut. It was like 11 o'clock at night in the city, and I was a little drunk. And, oh, Spoot's evolving! Hang on! They grow up so fast. War Spoot! Borbirtle. He's so cute. I like that he's a little more purpley looking than Squirtle. He cute. Good job, but yeah. I had a little bit of a donut munchie I needed at that moment. And I happened to pass by a donut place and I saw the Brooklyn cream in the window. And I was like, I gotta have that. But again, it was really late at night. And that donut, maybe it was because it was sitting out there all day. Or, I don't know, maybe it was a bad batch. But the cream, it wasn't like a nice, light, airy whipped cream. It was heavy. It was too heavy and too overwhelming. And there was too much of it inside. And I finished it. But not in one go. I had like half of it that night. And then I had the next half the next day with my coffee. But I don't know. I was disappointed. It wasn't bad. It just, you know, it wasn't as good as the Boston cream. But I tried. One day, I just woke up and needed a daily Advil. Yup. Oh yeah, I know that feeling. Yeah, you know what? You know what I need now? I need a daily allergy pill. I need to get buns. I need to get an allergy test. Here's another, you know what? You know what'll remove the curse? What's going to remove the curse? What's going to remove the curse is if I figure out what is causing me to constantly break out in hives. I think I have some sort of skin allergy. Because every single day, random hives appear on my body. And I don't know if it's my detergent or some kind of fabric or maybe polyester or what. So I need to get an allergy test to see what it is. But I have to take an allergy pill every single day. And I didn't need to used to. What's that Mr. Krabs song where they sing about him being old? I often need to take Advils as well. Brooklyn Cream Donut sounds like the NYC got made Boston had even one thing for itself and tried to make their own cream-filled donut. You know what? Honestly, that's probably what happened. They were probably just like, what the hell? Why do they got their own donut? And we're the best city in the world. Greatest city in the world. Me the second I step into Tokyo for the first time. This looks just like Brooklyn. I'm allowed to make fun of us being self-centered. I get to call my Pokemon Dr. B to great hilarity. We love Dr. B! I can't wait for Dr. B to reach his full potential. B, B, B. Not the bees, not the bees. Not the bees! Detroit pizza is a pan pizza. The sauce is usually on top, and the deep dish also has the sauce on top. I know the Detroit pizza is a little bit thinner, right? Because the deep dish looks a lot like a pie. It's thick. Thick crust. Thick everything. I think I have had a Detroit slice before, and I remember liking it. There was one time, I was with my friend while she was getting a tattoo, and her tattoo artist was from Detroit and was talking up the Detroit slice pizza, and was like, is there a place, because they were from Detroit, and they were just doing like a guest tattoo spot in New York for a little bit, and they were like, and they asked us, do you know somewhere where I can get a Detroit slice here? And I was like, what the hell is that? And then I learned. I'm like, well, I don't know. You're more likely to find a New York slice here. But there's gotta be somewhere. I like a grandma slice. The grandma slice is good. I tried a really, really good pizza slice at one of my local places recently. It was like 3 different sauces on it. So I really like vodka sauce pizza. Like, have you guys ever had a vodka sauce slice where instead of using tomato sauce, they use vodka sauce? It's so good. It is yummy. But, I saw a slice of pizza where it had 3, fucking jiggly jigs. Fucking jiggly jugs. Ooh, you're gonna pay for that. You're gonna pay for that, jiggly jugs. Only I can have the jiggliest jugs. I have nothing to wake myself up. Just can use withdraw until I wake up. But yeah, oh, the pizza slice. Sorry. Jigglypuff distracted me. I woke up. But yeah, so the slice had like 3 different lines of sauce on it. And one line of sauce was vodka sauce. One line of sauce was marinara sauce, like the kind that they put on the margarita pizza slices. And then one line was like a line of pesto sauce. So it was like a tri-sauce pizza. And it was so good. It was really, really tasty. They don't make it often, but whenever they do, I have to get some. Chicago puts the pie in pizza pie. It looks like a pie. It actually legit looks like a pie. Maybe that's why they call them pizza pies, because they were naming them after Chicago pizzas. Hey, Dr. B! 2 evolutions in one go. I'm not gonna say anything because I don't want to jinx anything. I'm not gonna say anything about luck. So scary. So spooky. Furry attack. When I was a kid, I used to call that furry attack. Did anybody else? Who else called it furry attack? Just me? Okay. Squirble and Warburble. Squirble, Warburble, and Blaboish. And Blaboish. He'll be pride-pogiful. Pride-pogiful.
Pride Pogtiful. Sorry, that took me a couple of tries. He'll be Pride Pog the Beautiful. I honestly have my own language, don't I? But that's why you guys love me. Dr. B is finally a bee. I know, let's give it up for our beautiful bee. What a pretty bee. Look at them stingers. Look at the size of them stingers. Because Pokemon are furry, probably. Oh, would a Beedrill be furry? Oh, wait, that reminds me. I have to go to the mart and we're gonna buy some things. Oh, I wanted to ask, so I was having this conversation with Jen last night. With Jen and a couple others about, and like with Pokemon. Because Jen asked me what my least favorite Pokemon game is. Also, hello, INF with you. Welcome. OMG, are we nuzlocking? This is actually going to be a vanilla Pokemon run with a couple of rules in there. However, next week, Libra and I are planning on doing a Soul Link. So that'll be the doubly Nuzlocke. So stay tuned for that. There will be a Nuzlocke coming up soon, along with a friend. But welcome on in. But yeah, yes, we were talking, and Jen was asking me what my least favorite Pokemon game is. And I thought about it for a little bit, and I'm like, yeah, you know, I didn't really love Sword and Shield all that much. Like, there's no Pokemon game that I dislike or hate, but I didn't love Sword and Shield. I thought the story was kind of boring. I'll get an escape rope maybe, actually, just in case. A little bit of everything. Oh, we have enough of these. Paralyzed heals, buy a few of these. Yeah, it just I feel like it didn't really have much of a story to it, or whatever they did have wasn't really all that much to you know, to capture my attention, considering I don't really remember much of what it was. Oh, no, I don't have much money left. I thought the villain reveal was kind of dumb and weird and out of the blue. And then I was also thinking about it, and I was like, in the legendaries too, I just was like, the main legendaries, I just wasn't really fucking with their designs. And I'm like, and it's just, it's kind of silly. It's like they were like beasts that were supposed to represent a sword and a shield. And then somebody brought up a good point where it's like, well, you know, you could say that about any legendary, where it's just like they're a representation of any old thing or concept. And I'm like, yeah, I guess so, but like, I don't know. I feel like back in the day, there were so many legendaries that were just like, had these really scary, imposing designs and concepts that you just like have a little more trouble explaining. Like, I don't like take Deoxys, for example. Like a fucking space virus. And he changes form, and he's like creepy looking, and he doesn't make noise, and he just kind of stares at you with those cold eyes as he thinks about all the different ways it can kill you. And like, or like Rayquaza, which is just this big massive dragon that can end a war between two other giant Pokemon, or even Groudon and Kyogre that represent behemoths and leviathans. Or like or even the other legendary beast dog Pokemon. It's like they're meant to be like a giant storm that hit some evolutions. I don't know, they're just, I feel like maybe it was because I was a kid and I found it cooler back then. Or even Dialga and Palkia. Like, you remember when you played Diamond and Pearl for the first time, and they showed Dialga and Palkia representations of space and time, and they're big, and they're weird looking and creepy, and one roar sent the world into chaos. Giratina is like a demon from hell. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking out my ass here. What do you guys think? Yeah, the double Nuzlocke, or better yet, also known as the Dublock. The dude with the sword and the shield hair had me dying on the floor. Exactly. Yeah, think the fucking sword and shield hair guy. Like they just looked ridiculous. It was so goofy. I don't know.
it was so much harder to take serious. Bunny hates Sword and Shield. I didn't know. I didn't hate Sword and Shield. I just didn't. I didn't love Sword and Shield. It's not my favorite. There's other Pokemon games I liked much more. Should I catch a Spearow? It might be good to have a flying Pokemon on the team. You know, Pidgeot and Spearow are some of our few options for flying Pokemon. What other Pokemon can even learn Fly in this game besides Spearow and Pidgey? Can Doduo learn Fly? What would it be like to have a Dodrio on the team? Oh, I guess there's Dragonite, but Dragonite's gonna take forever to get. Oh, decisions. How do I ban a streamer from your own stream? You can't! It's my stream! And whatever I say is God. No, I just didn't love the game. There were other Pokemon games I preferred. I didn't really love Sun and Moon either. Honestly, because I don't really remember much about them. I think the only thing that I really liked from Sun and Moon is Lily's design. And I even have an unpopular opinion where I like her first design more than her redesign. I like her better with the braids. I know it sucks because, like, her with the ponytail and the skirt is supposed to be her, like, you know, her being like, I'm independent and I'm, you know, not like what my mom wants me to be. But I'm just like, oh, but you look, oh, you looked so much cuter before. Is that bad of me to say? I liked her OG design so much better. I just love I have a figure of her in my collection because I just think that design is so damn cute with the giant hat and the braids. It's so goddamn cute. All right, well, I caught a Spearow just to have. I don't know, just to have. I'm just spitballing here. Me seeing Moltres. That Boyd is on fire! Should I have a Moltres on my team? What do you think? Yes, Doduo can somehow learn Fly. What do you think to me having a Dodrio on my team? That's not one that I have often. I want to fill this team with Pokemon that I, like, don't normally have. So I can learn to love them a little more. I still love Pokemon culturally, but Sun and Moon turned me off of getting new games because the process of playing it was a tedious slog. I do remember that Sun and Moon was very slow. I remember they didn't use, like, gym leaders, and it's just, I don't... A lot of it felt pretty tutorial-y to me. I really don't remember much about the story besides anything with Lily. I just had trouble caring. And maybe, I don't know if it's due to getting older or what, but... My favorite game will always be Emerald, I think. I also like Black and White. Black and White are really good. I think those are great games. But Emerald will always have probably the most special place in my heart. I just like those Pokemon the most, probably. I like the story. I love the legendaries, the mythos. Sun and Moon has grown on me. Well, the legendaries have grown on me, at least. Who are the legendaries in that game? A Magikarp. No, I don't need the Magikarp. I already have a War Turtle. I probably don't need that. I can catch my own with the old rod. But yeah, who are the legendaries in that game? You see, I don't remember much from that game. I only played it once, but... Anyone who doesn't love the Pokemon that brought us the Poke Corgi makes us sad. Well, I didn't say anything about the Corgi. The Corgi's cute. I liked the Pokemon. I just wished... I wish that the story and the gameplay was as good as the corgi. You like Luna's first look because I think I've seen you wear that exact out. Yeah, it's the dress she wears is so cute. The shape of it. It's just like, it's so me-coded. Her first look, the design with the braids is so me-coded. It's crazy. I'm like, I made that design. I want to steal the credit. That was me. I did that. In my dreams. Not Game Freak. It was very cute. Lilith here was with the Ear X was better. I'm feeling spicy today. I'm feeling controversial. Here I come with the Pokemon opinions. Suspicious men are in the cave. Speaking of foreboding things to say to somebody. If somebody told me suspicious men were in a cave, I would simply get far, far away from that cave. I don't want to be near suspicious men. I need to be the suspicious man. I need to be the most suspicious man in the room. If I'm not the most suspicious man in the room, I get uncomfortable. Lily, I mean, what did I say, Luna? Yeah, I was confused. I was like, who's Luna? I'm like, did you play the game in another language? Did you play it in Swedish? Solgaleo and Lunala. I don't even remember all that well what their designs looked like. I do remember that was the game with the big giant executor in his Alolan form where he looks like a big palm tree. I don't know why the Legendaries designs are kind of slipping from me though. Maybe I should replay that game. Maybe it's time to replay Sun and Moon and give it another chance. It's been so many years. Moonbat and Sun Lion. Oh, okay, it's coming back to me a little bit. Now that you said that, that's coming back to me just a tad. Kinda. Yeah, I do the Sun Lion I remember. Which one did I have? I think I had Moon. I never played Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon actually. Were those games any better? What were the differences in those games? I also love Necrozma, but he's technically an Ultra Beast. Actually, the Ultra Beasts were kind of cool. Some of them had some of the Ultra Beasts actually had some pretty interesting designs. I liked that a lot of them looked like aliens. Like the bug girl. Like, what was that one Ultra Beast that looked like a tall bug lady? She had a cool design. Yeah, the Ultra Beasts were an interesting concept, I guess. But that came so late in the game. Encore.
Also some kind of words.
Yeah. Welcome, welcome. Lord Prettybeard, thank you so much for the tier 1 resub of 12 months. Thank you. Appreciate your support so much. Thank you for the words, too. Always appreciate words. I like words as a natural-born yapper. Pokemon's been going downhill ever since the rivals started being nice to you. I do miss my rivals being mean to me. I will admit that. I'm also kind of a masochist, though. I think we all figured this out. Considering how every time I play Stardew Valley, I run up to Haley and I'm like, say something mean! I didn't realize how much of a masochist I was until last week. Yosh was streaming, and he has this Miku bot that, like, you know, will say things to you if you use a redeem. And sometimes she could be kind of mean, but I think she got reset recently, and so now she's nice. And so, but I did the redeem, and I was like, Miku, please say something mean to me, please. And he was like, you masochist? And I thought about it, and I'm like, I do ask people to say mean things to me a lot. The Miku bot was not mean enough to me that day, though. I wanted Miku to yell at me. But yeah, no, I want my rivals to be mean to me. I want them to tell me that I'm not shit so that it feels better when I wipe the floor with them. God forbid the games where the rivals picks the starter that's weak to yours. Like, are you even trying? There is a bit of a difficulty spike in old games. That's true. More of a challenge. Leaf green is better. I like play leaf green. I think leaf green was the version that I had as a wee lass on my Game Boy Advanced SP. Which I think no, I have my brother's. I don't have mine anymore. I do have my brother's old Game Boy Advance SP, though. Dude, his Miku bot is so funny. She was rude as hell. I know! I wish she was still rude. She's too nice now. Although, no, the other day she was really locked in. She kept being like, let's just pay attention to the game. Let's just pay attention to the game. And I was like, damn, she is locked in. She's not saying anything rude. I love when she's rude, though. What's the name of the mommy dommy bot? I need to know so I can avoid her. I don't know anything about a mommy dommy bot. Look at this guy. That is an A+ NPC design, in my opinion. Alright, this might kill me, but that's fine. I always love how they design nerds in this game. I was kind of mad because yesterday I was talking about, I was like, you know, when I was a kid, I remember I thought Maxie from Team Magma was really hot. And I wanted to be a member of Team Magma because I thought their outfits were a lot cooler than Team Aqua's. And then I looked up Maxie again, and I looked at him and I was like, oh, wait, he looks different from how I remembered him as a kid. He's not that hot. I guess I was really into nerds back then. You know what? Maxie could provide. He's good at science. Lilith unironically begs the mommy VTubers to step on her. Yeah, that's why I'm too afraid to go into other VTuber streams, because I don't want to get banned by just writing over and over again, step on me, yell at me, kick me, throw me. Tell me I'm terrible. Please. Please tell me I'm terrible. Ooh, rare candy. I see we found what Lilith romances in video games. Yeah, that's what I go for in my Otome games. The meanest option they have. That's why I love Shinji in Persona 3. Because before he breaks down and falls in love with you, He's always like, go away. Leave me alone. Stop following me. I don't want to talk to you. And that's why I love him. So brooding. So rude. Yeet me! Yeet me! Please! No, I'm only getting yeeted by the universe. I may be a masochist, but that doesn't mean that the universe constantly has to punish me. Is quick attack worth it? I guess so. I guess so. Look, it sets up an interesting dynamic, okay? Keeps me on my toes. Lila sees Buff Pup and starts howling. I wouldn't mind if Buff Pup threw me. I wouldn't mind if Buff Pup picked me up by the scruff of my neck and threw me into the sun. That doesn't sound so bad. It really doesn't. I think it sounds kind of nice. Lilith, all about the dom women and twink men. Actually, though, that is my type. To a T. The women have to be dommy, and they need to throw me, and the men need to be as pathetic as possible. The more pathetic, the better. Because then they make those little puppy dog eyes. Paris! I don't see the Eiffel Tower around here. I'll be here all week. Wait! Can Golbat learn fly? I've never had Golbat on my team. Should I get a bat on my... Wait, no. We already have a blue guy. We already have a blue-purple guy. Well, wait. So, Blastoise is blue. Blastoise is blue. No, wait, no. We already have a poison type on our team. Never mind. We already have a poison type. We don't need it. I don't need it. No Zubat. I'm 86 in the Zubat. I don't want you. I changed my mind. I'm swiping left. We're not compatible. Good luck out there, though. You're not a twink man or a buff woman! You're a bat! But can you turn into a vampire, though? We're all experiencing a universe yeeting right now. Is Mercury in Retroville right now? I'm starting to think so. When I was telling... Oh, I didn't even need to buy that escape rope earlier. When I was telling my coworkers about my computer fiasco, somebody, I think, looked up if Mercury was in Retroville, and I think a couple of the planets are. I think something might be happening with the planets right now. You know how those planets are. They're a little funky sometimes. Excuse me. Sorry, do I have any repels? Hang on. Oh, nuts. I'm just gonna defeat all the trainers on this floor first before I do any more exploring. Mercury's in Farmville. God damn it. I haven't checked my Farmville in like 15 years. Do you guys think my crops are all still alive? Do you guys think all my corn is still bountiful? Or do you guys think my farm probably got ransacked by raccoons?
Ain't that just the way?
We could always get a Gloom on our team. Oh, that's another poison. Here's the problem. The problem is most of the grass types in this game are grass poison. So there's so many dual poison types in this game. So it might be kind of nice to have a Gloom on the team, just to have a grass. But we already have a poison with Dr. B. But Oddish is so cute. There are a lot of poison types in this game now that I think about it. What psychic types are in this game again? They're Abracadabra, Unana, Abracadabra and Alakazam. Who else? Is there anybody else? The only ghost type is the Gengar line. And I can't get a Gengar unless I do a trade. Well, I'll probably do a trade with Soul Lincoln with Libra. Lilith's Farmville is now Farmville probably closed up shop. That would be so sad. I had a crazy farm on Farmville. My farm was hip and happening on Farmville. I had so many crops. Before there was Stardew Valley, there was Farmville. Facebook used to have so many games. Like, that wasn't the only game that I would play on Facebook back in the day. Like, there was some other virtual pet game that I think I played on Facebook, but it was like... But, like, the pets would, like, curse and stuff. Like, my pet would call me a bitch sometimes. And I'm like, you're a mean pet. You're a very naughty pet. I feed you. Moon's haunted. What? Moon's haunted! Lilith's Farmville is now a safe haven for the escaped Catboy maids because they know it's the last place that she'll look. What? Why are they hiding from me? What did I do? What? I'm so good to them. Listen, I keep them in a cage for their own good. It's protective. The cage has pillows in it. It's gilded. I feed them. I feed them their favorite foods. They have no reason to want to hide from me. They love me. Why would they ever want to escape paradise? It's because they don't want to get their nails trimmed. That's why. Ugh. They've been putting that off for a while, but they're getting sharp. They're getting sharp. One of them scratched me the other day. It was an accident. But I got nicked. And so they know that I got it. They know the clip is coming out. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's what you get. That's what you get for the crit. That's what you get for critting my beef stew. Get your own. My stew. You can eat gruel. That's what you deserve. No! My stew! Oh, you're getting stung. You're getting stung tonight! No! You're getting stung! What the fuck? Sting him! Did you literally say they live in a gilded cage? That means it's like golden, right? They're happy. They've never been happier. It's the cage of it's the cage of smiles and happiness. It's the cage of instant joy. The second you walk in, you smile. They ran because you kept trying to give them belly rubs, but their bellies are too sensitive. Yeah, that's why one of them scratched me the other day. He didn't like that I was rubbing his belly. It hurt. But I can't help that his belly just looks so rubbable. I'm so jealous of people who have cats that like getting their bellies rubbed. I know people who have cats where they love it, and I'm just like that. Pepper will literally put on a human voice anytime I try to do that to him and be like, I will kill you. I will end your bloodline here and now. He doesn't like it. But apparently there are some cats that do. And I'm so jealous. You've absolutely ruined the word retrograde for me because I never say it now whenever I compulsively say Mercury is in Retroville. People think I'm dumb. You're welcome. I have no regrets about that. You expect me to be remorseful about that, Jacob? I'm not. That's what I want to happen. I want people to give you funny looks when you say Mercury is in Retroville. I need the world speaking my language. It's a litmus test. I can't even pick my cat up. She wants to stay firmly on the ground. Oh, Pepper hates being picked up. He hates it. If I pick him up, he goes, "You want to fight about it?" He puts on his boxing gloves. It's instant. I don't even try anymore. I only do when I have to clip his nails. He's honestly not that bad when I clip his nails, though. My parents' cats are much worse. My parents' cat, Layla, she puts up a fight and she whines. She will be so whiny. She acts like you're taking her to jail. I do remember there was a little something down here. Beef, 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 beef. Beef burrito. Oh no, I was updating you. I would never expect remorse. Of course not. Do you know who I am? Do you know who I are? Oh, there are the rockets. Yo, in this game, the bad guys are just the mafia. You ever think about that? It's like in future games, it's, you know, you've got bioterrorism organizations. You've got PETA. You've got soccer fans. And in this game, you've got the mafia. In this game, the bad guy is just fucking Tony Soprano. Isn't that crazy? In the first couple of Pokemon games, the villain is literally Tony Soprano. Woke up this morning, got some Pikachu. And then I gave it a Thunderstone and it became a Raichu. Is the mob. We steal the Pokemon. Don't forget, in Sun and Moon, the villains were SoundCloud rappers. That's true. They were SoundCloud rappers. Yeah, they've had some crazy villain concepts in these games. And, I mean, maybe that's why I was disappointed in Sword and Shield, because I felt like for the villain, I was like, oh. I mean, he didn't really feel like he was built up enough as a villain for me. And then he just kind of reveals himself, and he's like, I'm bad. And then they're like, we have to stop him now. I'm like, okay. I wish he was in the Mafia, though. I think the outfit designs for Team Magma go really hard. I remember even as a kid, I was like, I'd want to wear what the girls wear in Team Magma, with like the hood. I think they look really cool. Maybe I should have named Pikachu Beef Burrito. No, I'm sticking by beef stew. I'm sticking by my beef. Oh yeah! Do you guys want to know what I saw last week? I saw the American woodcocks. There's a park in the city where for like 2 weeks, every year, like late March, early April, the American woodcocks make a stop on their migration. And I saw one twice last week. I saw one last Wednesday, and I saw one last Friday. On Wednesday, I was just passing by, and I happened to see it. And then on, last Friday, my mom wanted to see them. So I met up with her, and it was really cool. I'll have to post pictures of them in the server. They're really funny looking. They're very round, and they've got long beaks, and they do little wiggle dances. And they go, meh. Yeah, Jacob. They're the ones that go, meh. Meh. They're so cute. They were adorable. I loved them. I was so happy. I missed them last year. I really wanted to see them. I'm a bird person now. I love looking at birds. I highly recommend you all get the Merlin Bird app on your phone. I just be birding. It was really cool too because there were a lot of people that came by to look at the birds. And it's nice to know that like so many people gathered to just like look at something in nature because they all think it's cool. I don't know. It was a nice little like community moment, I think. I could probably get rid of Bubble. I don't think we need that anymore. Felt like a you know, a coming together sort of moment. It was nice. But highly recommend you guys go out and look at your local birds. I don't know. I kind of think of it like looking for Pokemon in a way. It's like when you see one you don't see before. You see one that you've never seen before, and then you go into your app that's kind of like a Pokédex, and then you look up the bird, and it tells you all about it. I'm also really jealous of birds, because sometimes I'll see one, like the red-bellied woodpecker. If you've ever seen a red-bellied woodpecker, they have like that really, really bright red tuft of red on both, oh, we got the moonstone, on both their head and their belly, and I'm just like, that's so unfair that they just get that naturally. Isn't that so unfair? We have to dye our hair to get that, but they just get it naturally. I'm so jealous of birds. They get natural fire engine hair, and I don't. I have to put goop on my head to get this. It would be cool to be a bird. We're pulling a big job here. Get lost, kid. We work in the waste management department. We works in sanitation. We're sanitating the place. This is no place for a little gagooch like you. Oh, Maron. I feel like maybe I should level up my Spearow a little more. I just don't want to over-level my War Turtle. Wait! Shit! I didn't nickname my Spearow! Guys, I'm so silly. Alright, we're gonna have to put that in the PC then. It doesn't count. I don't think that one counts, y'all. She needs a nickname. Well, yeah, in this, we have to wait till we go to the name rater, right? I think that's how it goes. Should I just leave and go get another one? Is that what I should do? Or should I just get a different Pokemon? I don't know. I feel like it would be good to have a flying Pokemon on our team. Speaking of birds, you know? Chat, what Pokemon do you guys want me to have on my team? Which ones do you often like to use when you play Fire Red or Leaf Green? Who is a good old tried and true for you? I mean, I'm just gonna get out of Mount Moon first because we're already, like, almost done here anyway. I'm just gonna potion up. Oh wait, I didn't even need that. I was kind of mad because I was looking forward today to finally playing the new Power Wash DLC for the Adventure Time one. And it turns out it comes out in 2 days, and I thought it was coming out today for some reason. So we have to wait, unfortunately, a little longer. But that's fine. This is your de-stress run, Bun, whatever you feel. I know, I want to know. I want this run to be different. I want this to be the one. We haven't found any Clefairies yet, though, which I'm a little disappointed about. I kind of want a Clefairy, actually. I don't think I've ever raised a Clefairy before. You'd think I would because it's pink. But I haven't. Aren't they a little more rare around here? Yeah, I want Clefairy. That's what I want. That's what I'm feeling a Clefairy. That's what I'm hungry for right now. That and some beef stew. I made some spicy noodles before this, but I made a mistake and I forgot to add the garnish before the hot water. And the little soy pieces that were supposed to be in the noodles were all hard. I tried like burying them within the noodles to like cook them a little bit while they were still hot, but it didn't really work. The noodles were good though, they were spicy. Has anybody seen the new Mario movie yet? I heard it's not very good. How many have there been so far? Was there a second one? Or is this the second one? I can't remember if there was one, if there was like a second movie they made before this one. I heard Star Fox is in it though. I saw the art for when Star Fox is in it. It looks kind of cool. Like they made his animation a little different from Mario's. I don't know why he's in a movie about Mario Galaxy, besides just space, I guess. Looks like Clefairy is in the first big room for Mount Moon. So the last room that we were in? I mean, I guess I'll get through the rest of this dungeon first, and then we can go Clefairy hunting. They might be kind of rare, like Pikachu and Viridian Forest. Yeah, I really don't think I've ever had one. I've had plenty of Jigglypuffs in the past, but... because I've always preferred Jigglypuff, but... yeah, I don't think I've ever had a Clefairy. Once you get to Cerulean City, you can't go back to Mount Moon, though. There's that... oh, that's true. Yeah, alright. Well, before we leave, I'll go back, then. Before we leave, I'll go back to the first room. And we'll go Clefairy hunting. Before we get out of here. Or actually, you know, I'll probably, honestly, want to go back to the Pokemon Center before we have to face off against Team Rocket anyway. Jesse and James. Because I know they're coming up soon. So maybe I'll get the Clefairy. You know what? Yeah, we'll go back now and we'll get a Clefairy. That's what we'll do. It's fairy hunting season. Now I'm mad! Why you mad? Alright, let us return to get ourselves a little pink ball. From what I can tell, they're very transparently trying to soft launch a Smash Bros. Cinematic Universe. Ah! Found one! Okay. We're not gonna kill it, but we're gonna try and maybe poison it. We're gonna whittle it down. Let's try. Oh, shit. I need more Pokeballs. okay. If I don't catch it, I'm not gonna freak out. This isn't the only one. Alright, maybe now. Maybe now. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they soft launch a Smash cinematic universe. Shit! We only have one left. Alright, if this misses, I'll leave and we'll get more. Please catch it. Please catch it, please catch it, please catch it, please catch it. Fuck! Oh well. There will be more. Damn. These things are hard to find, too. You know, I needed to leave here anyway, so it's okay. I'm gonna use one of my escape ropes after this, actually. Hey, come here. Come on. Pepper. It's Pepper's naughty hour. Yeah, don't taunt me. Oh, that hurt. Oh well, at least we got some experience. I don't feel like walking all the way through and dealing with 8,000 fucking random encounters. That Clefairy just looked you right in the eye and flipped you off. Yeah, listen, it's my bad luck once again. I just don't have good luck. I haven't pulled an SSR in weeks. I haven't been able to pull for Caleb's new myth and lads. My pull rate in New Carnival is shit. It's absolute shit. And I can't pull Clefairies either. At least we have more money now. Yeah, that Clefairy said, fuck your Pokeballs. I'll get 12. That should be enough. Can I buy repels, actually? I can't. I'm gonna buy a couple of these, too. And I'll go back to that room we were just in. What is in Nana, Hachi calls it the evil demon lord. She's like, the evil demon lord is always after me. Alright, this is just until we get to the next room where we found the Clefairy. I think it was this room. Or one of the next upcoming ones. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was here that we found it, right? Yeah, it was. There are other Smash characters in the movie that I won't spoil here, but I haven't seen the movie. I've seen the clips. Did you guys see the one clip where it sounds like, the little Luma character is like, Princess Peach, I fuckingly found you. I didn't really hear fuckingly personally, but apparently a lot of other people did. Okay, Clefairy, come out now. Aha! Thank you. Boy fairy. We're gonna get a boy fairy. Oh, let's paralyze this one. That might give us a better chance, actually, of catching it. Oh yeah, you guys would have been proud of me. I made a new lads friend the other day. I was on the train platform and I was wearing my Raphael cardigan. And some girl walked by and she stopped me and she saw the Raphael pin. She saw the Raphael like pin that was on my tote bag, and she was like, "Oh, I love your Raphael pin." And then she was like, "Wait, you're wearing the Raphael cardigan?" And then she saw my Raphael keychains, and she was like, "Oh my goodness!" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a little obsessed." And she told me she was a Zayn fan. And then we exchanged Instagrams. And then she also recognized my new Carnival keychains, which was crazy. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's better. Yeah, she saw... Well, I guess she didn't recognize, but she saw the keychains and she was like, "Who are these little guys?" And I'm like, "Have you ever heard of New Carnival?" And then she was like, "Oh my god, I need to re-download that game." And that shocked me, because I meet lads fans pretty often, because that's a very popular game now. But New Connie, that was special. Boy fairy, Lila's favorite type of boys. Exactly. In that case, that's why we're gonna name this guy Boy Fairy. The true man of my dreams. Boy Fairy. I like Boy Fairy. Alright, yay. That's what I pray for every night. I'm just like, universe, can you send me a little boy fairy with wings to my doorstep? I don't want the tooth fairy. I want you to send me the boy fairy. Do I have an... Yes, I do. I want to see the boy fairy. Zayn fan, we're friends, so I won't hold that against you. Listen, I try to think of it like, that means more Raphael for me. I don't think I'd met a Zayn girly before. She likes the dependable doctor. But she told me she was jealous of me, though. She was like, "I'm jealous because Raphael is so devoted to you and is clingy and always wants your attention, whereas Zayn is always too busy." And I'm like, he's a doctor. He's a busy man. Lilith really met a fellow gooner in the wild. There's lads fans everywhere. Where the soil is fertile, there will be lads fans. She was a very nice girl. Dear Mr. Sandman, send me a twink and make him the cutest and wearing pink. Wait, what did this guy say? You made me mad. Team Rocket will blacklist you. Blacklist me from what? What, from your catalog? From your monthly catalog? From your newspaper? From your daily Tribune? What do I care? You can blacklist me. I don't want to be a part of your organization. I got a boy fairy now. I don't need you. Yeah. No, send him to me wearing pink, please. Oh, so cute. Clefairy is so cute. I like that theory that Gengar is Clefable's shadow, because their designs are kind of shaped similar. Yeah, that doesn't affect my boy fairy. Your ghostly tricks won't work on my fairy. And this was before the fairy type was even a thing. See, you can't say you're being punished for being a gooner. It's your main source of social interactions. Yeah. It's my main source of social interactions. Main source of income, too, I suppose. Being a gooner got me a job on an anime YouTube channel. It's kept people coming here. What are you doing, Pepper? He's like wrapping himself up in my blanket right now. It's actually very cute. Come here. You're being silly. Okay. Saving one last time. I've always been a goon. I've always been a goddamn degenerate gooner. I found these fossils. They're both mine. Says who? I don't see you putting a patent on them. Buzz off. These are mine. If I lick them, they're mine. You're not gonna want to touch them then. Being an ethical gooner pays the bills. Man. Sometimes you have to look at yourself in the mirror when you realize for a good chunk of your life, pretty much all the people around you know that you're a bit of a pervert. I've accepted it by now. But sometimes I do have to look in the mirror a little bit and be like, How did I end up being open about this? You're off the Team Rocket Christmas card mailing list? What? Oh, fuck. No more pictures of Giovanni and his Persian. I'm pissed. I loved those Christmas cards. Actually, you know what? No, I could do without the Christmas cards. I like the pictures of the Persian, but sometimes Giovanni gets a little too big for his britches and a little too self-centered. Like, I didn't really like that one year when he included, like, those pictures on the beach. You know, where he just wanted to show off how he looked in a swimsuit. I thought it was a little tasteless for the boss of a mafia, you know? Just a little. You know, it's like him telling his employees, I deserve a vacation more than you do. Hey, stop that. No knocking down my Wei Wuxian coaster. Come here. He's always trying to do that. No more pics of Bikini James. Oh, fuck. Okay, I didn't want to see Bikini Giovanni, but I do want to see Bikini James. Crap. Alright, I take it back. I don't want to be blacklisted anymore. Also, which one should I take? Do we want the dome? Or do we want the helix? I think I usually go for the helix. But I also don't usually use the fossil Pokemon. Pepper, stop it! Hey, stop. Enough. Pepper. Wait, 1 second. Pepper just gave me the most, yeah, what are you gonna do about it looks ever. Oh, cats do not feel shame. Okay, do we want to go straight to the dome this time? Straight to the dome. So, should we also take you off the Team Rocket spicy calendar featuring Jesse and James? God. No, keep me on that one. Keep me on that one. I pay a lot for that subscription. 6-year-old me loved old knife hands Kabutops. Which one does he come out of? The dome or the helix? I feel like there's one that, like, people get mad at you when you pick. Is it the dome one where people are like, why would you pick that one? Again, I'm probably not going to be using... Or should I use these if it's one that I don't often use? We won't be able to really... Kabutops is dome and Omanite is helix. Maybe I should pick Kabutops, actually, because Omanite is part water type, and we already have War Turtle. Alright, we're going straight to the dome. Then this is mine. I should have taken both of them from that greedy bastard. Oh, they're both water rock. Well, oh well. I don't think I usually pick the dome. Yeah, maybe I won't be using them then if they're water type. If I already have, Squirble. Oh, that's right. You love my boy fairy. Nobody can resist the... You know what? It's so perfect that boy fairy's ability is cute charm. It just makes so much sense. My beautiful little twink. I love you. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's blow this banana stand. Oh yes, here we are. Okay. Before we face off against these guys, let's heal up a little bit. Oh, I'm so happy we found a Clefairy. It's so cute. Knife hands. He really do have knife hands, don't he? Oh, wait. Oh, they don't... Oh, these guys don't fight you. Mega Punch and Mega Kick. I don't think I have anything that can learn these now. Do I? No. I don't think I do. Oh, I do. Oh my goodness, I have two who can learn it. Should I teach Mega Kick to somebody? That could be kind of fun. What if I had a Pikachu that had Mega Kick? I'm gonna teach Beef Stew Mega Kick. Wait, I can teach Boy Fairy Mega Kick. We're teaching Boy Fairy Mega Kick. Not only is he pretty, but he also packs quite a kick. I like the idea of that. Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. The idea of Boy Fairy kicking the shit out of people, that just, it tickles me. I'm gonna get rid of Encore. I don't think I'm gonna be using that at all. Can I also learn Mega Punch too? Maybe I'll teach Spoot Mega Punch. Oh, he called him a simpleton. Okay. Yes. Okay, and we're gonna teach Spoot Mega Punch, I think. Why not take advantage of this opportunity? And get rid of Tackle. We don't need it. Alright. Who's ready to get their shit rocked? Do you think people make yaoi of these two? Where the soil is fertile, there will be Fujoshis. Roar. Roar. Me when the hot lady is mean to me. I roar. Oops. Oh, wait, we have to hop down. Goodbye, Mount Moon. Who can we find here, actually? Another... Oh, we can catch a new Spearow here, actually, with a nickname this time. Let's use our new Mega Kick. He's just like a little Powerpuff Girl. Alright. Let's catch it. This one's a higher level, too. Haha. What do we want to name Spearow? Yeah, because when I caught the earlier one, I wasn't really thinking about that. What's a good name for a Burby? An angry bird. 100%. I'm sure there's someone drawing yaoi of two of the most obscure men in media with massive hands. Actually, though. Me. Yeah, we can name it after the American woodcock. Do you think they would let me write woodcock, or do you think they wouldn't allow that? Chorp! Meep Chorp. What if we named it Meep Chorp? After our two favorite birds. Give it a space. There are no filters in this game? Really? So I could name it Woodcock. Woodcock might be too risque. Better try Penis Cock. Much more innocent. I agree. Yeah, I don't know about Hancock. We're gonna have to name it Foot Penis. Alright. Hang on. I gotta go to Cerulean to release our other Spearow. And heal up a little bit. But okay, there's no filters in this game. I mean, I don't think you can name them curses, because Jen was trying last night and she couldn't name... She couldn't write fuck in the Pokemon's name. Alright, I'm sorry to do this. It's time for you to be free, Spearow without a name. I always found it a little creepy that they just kind of like fade and disappear. Where do they go? Why do they just disintegrate in the PC? What are the implications of that? It's only in the newer games where they won't allow certain things. Oh. Why do I feel like I remember as a kid there were certain things they wouldn't let me name them? Like, I feel like I wasn't really allowed to name my rival Assbutt when I was a kid. Like, the game didn't like me doing that. Oh yeah, you can get bikes here. Well, we made it to Cerulean. And we still have to get cut. And we can get a bike. I don't think we can afford the bike yet, actually. Slowbro, withdraw. I have to buy more potions, actually. Ooh, super potions. Oh, I can only afford one. We're gonna have to do some battles. Oopsie. Spearow with no name sounds dramatic. You've heard of a horse with no name. Now, a bird with no name. Oh wait, no, I don't need you to describe the badges. I know what they do. I know what they do. Not a 1. Oh, sorry. I didn't know I needed to have a berry in order to be a berry connoisseur. Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, there was a robbery here. It was not a robbery. It was just a little guy. It was really just a little... Oh, shit. I forgot that we had a rival battle here. My bad. I did not want to stumble into that now. I don't know if I'm ready. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't think we're ready for this yet. I am vastly underleveled right now. I should have gone to the gym right before this. My bad. Well, if we lose, I saved right when I got here. Thankfully, this is... Oops. This is not a Nuzlocke. So if we die, there's no need to panic. They must have changed it with the re-release then. Pretty sure I remember naming them all sorts of stupid shit back in the day. I probably did. I don't know. Maybe I'm just remembering things incorrectly. I remember finding workarounds for inappropriate names. Damn, you got called out for being a berry LARPer. LARPer's another term that I just had to learn recently. That's something that all the kids are saying nowadays. Back in my day, it used to just be called a poser. And LARPing was like when you go into the woods with your friends and you beat each other with sticks. That's at least what LARPing was when I was younger. Yeah, you were a poser. Well, good thing this isn't a Nuzlocke. Exactly. And it's a good thing I got that mega kick, too. Does a mighty amount of damage, doesn't it? But I'm about to die. I don't know if we're gonna make it this time. If we don't, I'll face off the gym first. Don't tell the kids in chat that I only looked up what that meant this morning. Uh-oh. You're old and uncool, just like me. What? What are they calling it? Ah, I keep pressing that button. LARPing? Oh yeah, we're not gonna win. We can try. Yeah, LARPing used to mean live-action roleplay. Like, you go into the woods, you'd put on your little fucking elf outfit, you'd grab a stick, and you pretend it's a sword, and you hit your friends with it. It was fun. You pretend you're a swashbuckling adventurer. Wait, does it mean something other than live-action roleplay? Now it does. Now, when people call somebody a LARPer, you're basically calling them a poser. It's you telling somebody that they're like a fake fan, essentially. And I'm like, why are we always coming up with new terms for things? We're just repackaging old terms. But yeah, that's what LARPer means now. But yeah, I remember I was so confused. Fucking Gen Z stealing nerd lingo. Lilith, your generation is canceled. I think this is Gen Alpha, actually. I don't think this is Gen Z. I think this is the kiddos. I think this is the Gen Alphers. Because I always remembered calling them posers when I was younger. I think this is something the children made up. Lilith's generation. Lilith is 8,000 years old. Yeah. My generation, you mean the ancient oracle generation. I'm generation of the oracle. This Bulbasaur is rocking my shit. Throw Gen Alpha into the pit. A failed experiment. Am I out of touch? No. It's the children who are wrong. They are wrong. LARPing is supposed to be fun. Now I think the Gen Zers are starting to become out of touch. Now that we're all pushing 30. Or whatever whatever people are saying nowadays to make us feel worse about ourselves. It's not gonna work on me. Oh, okay, just kill me. Just kill me so I can end this. Let's just get this over with. It's fine. I don't mind dying to my rival this time. Oops, my bad. With any luck at all, we'll turn this around. I try to keep up with all the terms, but there's just too many. They come up with new ones every day. And they expect me to just know it when I wake up. Ah! This is taking forever. Don't you have any stronger moves, Bulbasaur? Wait, do I have a revive, actually? I might just use that. And then try to kill it with my War Turtle again, now that he's, like, actually pretty weak. I do have a revive. Oh my god. Please hurt it. Please kill it. Please kill it. Please! Hit it 18 times! No, stop using sleep powder. Just kill me. Just fucking kill me, please. We don't have to use sleep powder anymore. Just kill me. I do, but I wanted to kill my Beedrill. Because it's not gonna do anything to it. I wanted to kill the Beedrill so I can take out Spoot and just have it take care of it quickly. With a bite. Oh my god, are you fucking kidding? Bulbasaur, I've loved you my whole life. I can't do this. Oh, Jesus. No. Finally. Alright. Never mind. We turned this around. This wasn't really how I wanted this battle to go, but we turned it around. It's fine. That's not gonna work here. You really tried it. You really went ahead and tried it. Yeah. We all know Bill. We all love Bill. Bill Nye. Oh, he's so mean to me. A chatty gossip like you, that thing's perfect. I don't need others. I don't need it because I don't give a hoot about others. All right, this time I really am gone. Smell you later, man. Not wanting to stick your nose in other people's drama and know the gossip. What a boring life. Oh, welcome, Marcus Wallner. Welcome. Who is your favorite Hex girl? Mine, remember mine was Thorn or Dusk? The Hex girl? I actually, the ones from Scooby-Doo, those Hex girls. I actually don't think I've seen that movie. I know that they're pretty, but I don't know the names of the Hex girls. I'm sorry. I didn't really watch a lot of Scooby-Doo growing up. I watched the live-action movies, but I don't think I saw the one with the Hex girls. I know they exist, and I know they make songs. Yes, I did see the movies with Matthew Lillard. Well, he's always Shaggy. He's Shaggy in, like, everything. Oh, wow. We really are actually gonna need to train up before we battle Misty. I don't think we're ready for her. I'm probably gonna have to grind on, the bridge. What a bad boy. He doesn't give a hoot. He doesn't give a dang, a darn, or even a whoop. Is that from the Hex Girls? I'm sorry. I'm uncultured when it comes to Scooby-Doo. But you know what I do know? I do know that Scrappy-Doo was found dead in Miami. And nobody mourned him. Wasn't Scrappy-Doo the villain in one of the live-action movies? Didn't they make him buff? I think they did. That's what Chawarp was saying. Oh, yeah. That's what Chawarp was talking about. Yeah, I remember them making Scrappy buff in one of the movies. In Evil. They made him muscular and evil. I was disgusted. Also, I think I'm probably gonna end off here for tonight. I am getting mighty sleepy. I'm getting mighty sleepy, but you know what? In a few days, it's all gonna be okay. Because the Adventure Time Power Wash DLC will finally be coming out. And I can play it. And everything will be right with the world. But yes, this is where I think I will bid you all adieu tonight. Thank you all for another relaxing stream. Thank you all for listening to my many tales of, misfortune. I was hoping maybe we could get through one more week without something crazy and unfortunate happening to me. But, it seems as though that wasn't going to happen due to my own, well, lack of knowledge about computers. But it's all okay. The computer is fixed and all is right with the world. And it was such a wonderful time getting to hang out with all of you guys on Tuesday night. I was glad I was able to do this. I was worried I wasn't going to be able to fix my computer in time for stream today. But that's not a problem. I'm hoping to be back later on this week to play the Power Wash DLC. I'm hoping maybe I can come back on Friday. On Thursday, I'll be busy. But maybe on Friday, I'll come back to play some DLC. And then next week, Libra and I are going to be doing our Soul Link, so be excited for that. I shall keep you updated on the deals on the, not the deals, the deal one singular deal on that front. But I'm very excited about that, and I hope you guys are too. More fun Pokemon coming on the way. And then this Pokemon will be more of a challenge. This won't be just a relaxing vanilla time. This one will be full of stress and screaming and me punting Libra into the sun and failing miserably as she punts me into the sun because she is a black belt and I have noodle arms. But it's okay. It's gonna be a fun time. Starting the timer now. No misfortunes starting right now. It has been 0 days since our last misfortune. Jane Weedland is a member of the Hex Girls and the Go-Go's. Oh, I'll have to look up all the Hex Girls after so I can figure out who my favorite is. But yes, thank you everybody for a super fun stream tonight. Thank you to everybody who followed, everybody who resubbed, gifted subs, donated bits. It means the absolute world to me. I always love hanging out with all of you guys. It's always nice getting to spend my Tuesday nights with all of you, recounting my tales of misfortune, and then having a nice relaxing gaming experience with a yap right after. I should see you all very, very soon. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you, Marcus Wallner. Thank you, Fluffy. Thank you, Lumi. Thank you, Doc. Thank you, Roro. Thank you all. I see Kunryu is streaming tonight. We haven't rated her in a very long time, so I think we're gonna do that. We also just haven't rated in general in a long time, so let's go do that. What is Kunryu playing tonight? Kunryu is making art, so everybody go support Kunryu in their lovely art-making skills. They always make such beautiful art. And thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. I hope that you all have a lovely, relaxing night. Go eat something you love. Go watch something you love. Go tell somebody you love them. Go hug your pets. And yeah, just have a wonderful time and treat yourselves well. I can't wait to see you all very, very soon. Bye, 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 bye.